What if I told you that the greatest love story in hip-hop, one forged in fire, loyalty, sacrifice, and time, came crashing down in the most humiliating, irreversible way possible? All because of one hidden security camera? What if I told you that the man who defined commitment, who stood outside a prison for 6 years waiting for the woman he loved, just discovered her deepest betrayal not through rumors or arguments, but by watching it with his own eyes on a screen? Because that's exactly what insiders are saying happened to none other than Papoose, the man once hailed as the embodiment of ride or die love, who reportedly collapsed to the floor after watching hotel surveillance footage of his wife, Remy Ma, in bed with Eazy the Block Captain. Yes, you heard that right. Not a rap studio, not a backstage moment, not gossip or speculation, but actual surveillance footage in a hotel bed. With covers pulled high and secrets buried even deeper. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This wasn't a what it looks like situation. This was betrayal captured in 4K and leaked to the world like a scene out of a soap opera written for hip-hop royalty. And what makes this story sting even more is that for years, Remy Ma and Papoose were considered the gold standard. They weren't just a couple, they were a brand. They marketed black love like a movement. They sold books, gave interviews, and filled Instagram timelines with public displays of affection and emotional maturity. From therapy session clips to anniversary tributes, they represented what everyone hoped was still possible. Love that survives the test of time, loyalty that doesn't break under pressure, and a union that could withstand the full weight of fame, temptation, and time apart. But now that image is shattered, and it all started in Atlanta. According to multiple sources close to the hotel staff, Remy Ma checked into a luxury penthouse suite under a pseudonym. Surveillance cameras show her arriving around 11:53 p.m., dressed low-key. Black hoodie pulled tight over her head, no glam squad, no entourage. She moved like someone who didn't want to be seen. 22 minutes later, Eazy the Block Captain, a battle rapper turned rising star, whom Remy manages, arrived at the same suite. No luggage, no assistant, just him, his phone, and the air of someone familiar with the destination. From there, the two never left the room for 7 hours. No room service deliveries, no hallway activity, no makeup team, just two people locked behind a thick door and the silent, watching eye of a security camera. But the true dagger came not just from the visual, but the audio. A short voice clip was allegedly leaked alongside the footage. In it, a man's voice, strongly believed to be Eazy's, is heard whispering, "You know this was bound to happen." Just 7 words. But that's all it took. 7 words that turned suspicion into confirmation. 7 words that reportedly broke a man who had once waited years just to hold his wife's hand again. And how did Papoose find out? That's where the story shifts from heartbreak to cinematic tragedy. 2 days after the alleged incident, an anonymous source from inside the hotel, believed to be a member of upper management, contacted Papoose about activity that may concern you. Initially, Papoose thought it might be fraud, maybe someone using his name or credit card. But what he received instead was something far more painful: a manila envelope, no return address, delivered to his home. Written across the front, in permanent marker, were 4 haunting words: "Watch this alone." Inside, a USB drive. And on that drive, the footage. According to multiple insiders, Papoose watched the entire video without saying a word. As the truth played out in real time before him, the woman he waited for, the woman he defended through thick and thin, wrapped in the arms of another man. Something in him cracked. One source said he dropped to his knees halfway through. Another said he didn't speak, eat, or respond to calls for hours. And when he finally tried to call Remy, she didn't answer. She didn't even text back. Her only response came through social media, where she posted a cryptic Instagram story that read, "Sometimes silence is protection." Protection from what? The full truth? Accountability? Or from the man who had protected her for nearly 2 decades? Now let's rewind for context. This isn't some celebrity fling that popped up out of nowhere. This triangle, Papoose, Remy Ma, and Eazy the Block Captain, has been brewing tension for over a year. Ever since Remy took over managerial duties for Eazy's career, fans noticed a shift. The chemistry between them didn't feel like just artist and manager. They were too close, too personal. At interviews, Remy became visibly uncomfortable when Eazy's name came up. During events, they were spotted whispering, touching shoulders, standing just a bit too close. But people gave them the benefit of the doubt, because no one wanted to believe that the Queen of Black Love would destroy her own throne. But the signs were there. Remember the rap battle brawl in 2023 where rumors first sparked about their relationship? Or the 2024 BET Awards where Remy and Eazy were reportedly seen leaving together, while Papoose stood in a separate corner of the afterparty, looking like a man who already knew the truth but hadn't yet faced the evidence. And now, in hindsight, every awkward glance, every dodged question, every Instagram caption that didn't sit right, it all makes sense. This wasn't a one-time lapse in judgment. This was a slow-burning betrayal. A storyline that had already been written, edited, and whispered about before the public ever saw the footage. And the way Papoose found out, through a third party with undeniable proof, was the final blow. This wasn't just about cheating. This was about the deliberate destruction of trust built over decades. And the internet, it erupted. Social media went into meltdown mode. Twitter timelines became digital crime scenes. TikTok creators rushed to break down the leaked audio frame by frame. Instagram flooded with fan reactions, memes, tributes to Papoose, and open letters calling out Remy Ma. The betrayal didn't just hit the couple, it hit the culture. Because for years, Remy and Papoose were seen as the exception. In an industry full of scandals, breakups, and infidelity, they were the outliers. And now, that illusion has been shattered. Eazy, for his part, has gone completely silent online. No interviews, no tweets, no freestyle to explain it away. His silence feels less like strategy and more like guilt. Because when your name trends for breaking up a marriage, especially that marriage, there's no bar clever enough to make people forget. And Remy, she hasn't issued a statement. No denial, no clarification, no damage control. Her Instagram remains cryptic. Her team has gone quiet. But silence in this case isn't grace. It's a spotlight, one growing hotter by the minute. Meanwhile, Papoose, the man at the center of it all, remains publicly silent. But those close to him say he's devastated, that he's withdrawn, that this betrayal hit harder than anything he's ever faced, even prison walls. Because unlike the court system, betrayal isn't something you can appeal. You can't file a motion to unsee a video. You can't cross-examine heartbreak. And you can't rewind time to stop someone from opening a door they never should have walked through. What makes this story even more gut-wrenching is knowing just how much Papoose invested in Remy. Emotionally, financially, spiritually. This wasn't just a husband. This was a man who built her comeback, who protected her brand, who fathered her children, who waited years without touching another woman. He wasn't just loyal, he was legendary for it. And now, he's the face of betrayal. The latest in a long line of black men who gave everything, and still ended up alone. So where does this leave us? For fans, this is more than celebrity gossip. It's disillusionment. It's the realization that even the most iconic couples can't escape betrayal. That love, no matter how strong, can still crumble under the weight of temptation and secrets. And for Papoose, it's the end of a chapter that defined his adult life. But the biggest question remains, if this is what leaked, what else has been hidden? Because if one anonymous hotel worker and a USB drive were enough to end a 15-year marriage, imagine what might still be out there, waiting to surface, waiting to be seen. And in a world where everything eventually leaks, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Stay tuned, because this saga, it's far from over.